morning students, how are you all? I hope that you all are fine and staying safe at your home. So today I am going to teach you English of class 5 chapter number 8 Kabuliwala. In this video I am going to make you read the chapter, right? So open page number 41. This is chapter number 8 Kabuliwala. So let's start the reading. Little Minnie, my daughter, is only 5 years old. She is a great chatterbox. It will be pronounced as chatterbox. She cannot stop talking even for a single minute. Her mother is often, O-F-T-E-N, it's often, sick of her due to her constant chattering and tries to hush her. But a quiet Minnie is an unusual Minnie. My own conversation with her is always very lively. One day I was busy writing my new novel. Little Minnie stole into my room and put her hand into mine. Father Ramdayal, the doorkeeper, calls a crow a crow. He doesn't know anything, does he? Before I could explain to her about the difference in language and dialects, she was off again. What do you think, Father? Bhola says there is an elephant in the clouds blowing water out of its trunk and that is why it rains. While I was thinking of a reply she went again, Father, what relation is mother to you? At this I assumed a grave expression and said, go and play Minnie, I am busy. Minnie was playing under my table and I was still busy writing a new chapter of my novel. Suddenly Minnie ran to the window crying, a Kabuliwala, Kabuliwala. Minnie called out the Kabuliwala and when he looked up, she ran to me in terror. She had a blind belief that all Kabuliwalas caught children, put them into the sacks and took them away. The Kabuliwala came to our house and I made Minnie come out and meet him. She soon overcame her fear and it was a joy to watch the big bearded Pathan talking tenderly to the little 5-year-old Minnie. The Kabuliwala was now a daily visitor to our house. Minnie had lost her fear of the big bearded Pathan. They would sit and chat for hours and crack jokes with each other. Kabuliwala, oh Kabuliwala, what have you got in your bag? Minnie would ask. An elephant, the Kabuliwala would reply, and the two of them would burst into shouts of laughter. Once a year, Rahman the Kabuliwala would go to his country. He would first collect all the money that people owed him before he left. But although he was busy, he would always find time to visit little Minnie. One day there was a terrible uproar in the street. Rahman had stabbed a man who owed him money. He was sentenced to many years of imprisonment. Time passed and Minnie forgot her old friend. She was growing up into a very pretty maiden. We made arrangements for Minnie's wedding. Minnie was getting married at night. I was sitting in my study when a man came up and saluted me. At first I could not recognize him. On a close look, I saw then he was Rahman the Kabuliwala. He had grown weak. There was no sack on his back and no turban on head. I told him that there were ceremonies going on and that he should come another day. He was about to leave, when all of a sudden he turned and said, "May I see the little one, sir?" He still thought of Minnie as a little girl, running to him and calling, "Kabuliwala, oh Kabuliwala." He thought that they would talk and laugh as they used to do long ago. I told him once again that there were ceremonies. He then gave me a small packet of dried raisins, nuts and almonds for Minnie and said, "Give these to the little one." I offered him some money, but he refused to take. Suddenly his voice changed. Looking into far away, he said, "I too have a little one like her in my village. I think of her and bring you this fruit. I don't bring them for sale." Tears came into my eyes. I had forgotten that he was also a father. I called Minnie and she came out dressed like a bride. The Kabuliwala was stunned. He had expected a little girl and instead here was a grown-up maiden. He suddenly realized that his own daughter too would have grown up. I gave him some money and said, "Go and see your daughter. May you have happiness." I had to cut down the expenses on the wedding. We could not afford the military band and electric lights, but to me the feast was all the brighter because of the thought that in a distant land a long lost father had made again his only child. So in this video we have done the reading of the chapter. Keep practicing of reading. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.